Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I never know.
Video. I was like, hey, Jessica does the video. Where is it?
No, we're not live streaming tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I got to re-edit that video because it's only a square and it's supposed to be a rectangle. I'm not very good at video editing. I'm learning. So
are you saying I could have clapped and you took that job away from me?
You don't need that job. You're fine.
That's right. You don't need it.
You don't need it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say we have. I never know how to intro these things yet because we go like weeks without a guest, and then we have a guest, and then it's very exciting, and I get nervous too. But tonight we have another fellow podcaster who we actually appeared on their show, the MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. So I would like to welcome Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, to Opinionated Lushes. Woo!
Hey,
Jazz hands.
Yes, hi, hello, how y'all doing?
Good.
And I just want to say thank you for having me on y'all show. This is really an honor, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We are so glad to have you.
I mean, you invited us onto your show, and it was it was a great conversation. We touched on mental health and government, societal impact, safety nets, a lot of those type of topics that we explore on our own show. So it just felt like a good mesh.
It was a really good episode, and I'm happy that y'all came on my show. So now it's my turn to be on y'all show now. So.
We're not as organized as you are.
Yeah.
I try to be.
Yeah, we are not. So
no. So Don, you want to start us off?
Oh yes.
With your other job? Your other job? Your only other job?
Okay, well I got distracted. I got my husband in the corner watching me and stuff. So Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
I am back to a classic rum and Coke. Wait, sorry, rum and caffeine-free, diet-free rum and sugar-free rum and Coke. So, my tummy won't hurt so bad because I'm getting old. So,
know the feels.
I take heartburn pills before I start. So, my regular day is I take a heartburn pill in the morning and then a heartburn pill at bedtime. But when I'm about to do my podcast with you guys, it's my podcast. I have to take a heartburn pill like that. It's a three heartburn pill day podcast days.
Sonia, what are you drinking tonight?
Just booze in a cup.
Booze in a cup, 50-50?
It is. It's just booze in a cup.
Okay.
It's just a mix. It was last of everything I have. So
okay, so you just mixed it up.
Yeah, it's gross, but
small water.
Ken,
what are you drinking tonight?
Sadly, all I drink tonight is water. That's all.
That's good. Water. Stay hydrated.
No, that's all good. H2O is good.
Yeah, that's all I got right now.
No, you're healthier than us.
Yeah.
You don't need that extra heartburn pill. You're fine.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely get reflex. So I definitely talk to me. Yeah.
I'm drinking a rum and Coke without the rum. So
just mixer? You're just drinking mixer?
Yeah, I'm just drinking mixer.
Mixer's great. That's gross. Okay, so for our YouTube audience, this will be new, but for our audio listeners, always check out our YouTube, released the Saturday after this episode comes out, so you can see these visuals. But we now have, instead of picking from a jar, we have a wheel of topics.
Wheel of topics. So
thanks to Sonia.
Yeah, I don't take the credit for this programming. Pickerwheel.com. Thank you very much, guys. All right. So this is our topic for today.
What's your grossest habit?
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. Now you're back, Sonia. You just got muffled while it was
it was doing its thing.
Yeah.
That's fine, I guess.
Does anyone want to go first? Do you have a gross habit, Ken? Or do you
need to think about it?
I might need to, but I think I got one. I know for me, one of my grossest hobbies, I seem to mix a lot of stuff with my food I eat. Like I put hot sauce on like literally everything, or soy sauce on everything, stuff like that.
You're a mixer. You're just like
yeah, I'm a mixer. Yes, I remember one time. I remember one time I mistakenly put sugar on pizza by mistake, but it turns out it tastes good. So yeah, I tend to mix a lot of stuff with different things.
That's almost like a good, like it can be gross if you mix gross things together. But
but some people do not like stuff mixed. So because when I tell them I mix stuff, they be like, ew. So yeah.
It's really funny because in Canada we do some things, or especially Quebec, they'll do some things that in the United States they'll like look at you weird. Like for example, poutine. Yeah. A lot of them like they're like gravy and cheese curd on French fries. But you know what else,
so
Quebecers?
Good.
You know what else they do?
So good. That's good.
We dip our French fries in mayo.
Yeah, we do.
We don't use ketchup. We don't use.
We dip our French fries in like ice cream. Okay, Wendy's French fries
do.
Go in Frosties. They do.
We do.
I think that's a North American thing.
Yeah,
I lived in Indiana, and everybody dipped their French fries in mayonnaise. So
yeah, I never tried the ice cream part, but the mayonnaise one does sound good. But I never tried the French fries with ice cream.
Go to Wendy's. Get a Frosty and dip those fries in. I'm telling you, it's so good. It
has to be a chocolate Frosty.
It has to be chocolate Frosty.
I might need to try that. I might need to try that now. I might need to try that.
No, I find gross food mix combos are usually from pregnant women.
Yeah,
that's
stereotype
usually
is great.
when you hear like gross food combos. So, you know, keep exploring your hot sauce because I also eat that shit on everything.
Yeah. I put it on Mr. Noodles, like ramen noodles. God,
so good on Mr. Noodles.
Yeah. Just no matter the flavor, you spicy it up.
I have a gross habit and it's terrible. And I keep trying to break it, but so far nothing's worked. I bite my nails.
I was gonna say that's what I do.
I used to do that. I used to do that. My grandfather always told me stop doing that, so I stopped.
Okay, I go to my mother-in-law's house and she'll like smack my hand out of my mouth. And I'm like a 32-year-old woman. Like it takes me so much not to like don't you hit me, but like I'm just like, oh, okay, and then I just go to the bathroom to do it. Like, you can't find me here, you know?
At least you're not like biting your toenails.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, that's real.
I did that as a kid.
As a kid, yeah. I have to like tell my son, be like, take your feet out of your mouth. Just stop. Don't do that, please.
But then you don't have to cut them, so it's okay.
Yeah,
right? Like he's taking care of his own hygiene. It's something you can cross off the list.
Okay, at what age does it become gross to bite your toenails?
Right from the beginning.
Okay, but like at what age is it no longer socially acceptable to bite your toenails? Like at what age are you like,
you know what?
This is ridiculous.
Do it. Just don't do it in public. Don't do it like
right now. Don't do it in public.
Do it in the private of your home.
Yeah, city bus, and like there's somebody just chewing and then just like spitting it out at people.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure that's happened.
But I think definitely, at least by a teenager, you should stop that.
Yes, at least.
But you know what? Teenagers probably still do it or whatever. Like, all I'm saying is just if you do it in your own home, at your own privacy, I don't care because I don't want to know about it. Let's not talk about it.
Long as it's a secret.
Okay, now someone's going to start a podcast and they're like toenail eaters. And it's just going to be a bunch of people around microphones going, okay, but like, you ever had, and they're just talking about the ins and outs of toenail eating.
Is there an in and out to that?
I'm not a toenail eater.
Start, like the pinky toe and work your way up to the big toe. I
don't know. Ugh. And I've been seeing like people's feet, like if flip flop season in the summer, and people are out in like their sandals and stuff. I'm like, not enough foot care in the world. Like, there's so much people walking with their, like, toe fungus. Like, you see it, like, the discoloration. Like, you need to see a doctor. Like, it's not good. There's just so many though.
Now that's nasty. If you do that and you have fungus in your foot, now that's nasty.
I don't think people understand like how you have to care for your feet, or like they have diabetes or something and they're just walking around with their diabetes feet without taking care of them.
Diabetes feet?
It is a thing. Like it
is a thing.
Like,
it is.
Oh, I know.
Gangrene.
My dad's friend has like 7 toes now.
Oh wow.
Because of his diabetes. And then my dad's other friend is missing everything from his knee down, but not from diabetes. That was from an accident. And so them together, they always claim that they almost have like 2 whole feet. Like they're so
together.
close. Yeah.
Together, we're a full person.
My cat has diabetes, okay? I don't want him to get diabetes feet. Can you imagine?
I don't think cats can get diabetes feet. You'll be okay.
They can. You just can't see it.
It's because they have fur. My gross habit is I have too many animals.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, that's really nasty. Like, you also have too many kids. Like,
yeah, but
that's gross.
I can prevent having more kids, but apparently I can't prevent having more animals. And like the floors are always so dirty, and like they're dirty, they stink. Like whenever people come over, like 10 minutes before, I'm like Febrezing everything because I don't want to be the stinky house, you know? So like that's my grossest habit is I have that I can think of right now. I'm pretty sure I have more. Like everyone's disgusting if you like think about it.
Yeah. So my grossest habit is if I can't find a sweater I want to wear, I will go in the dirty hamper and I will sniff sweaters that are the least the smelliest, and then I'll spray them and wear that.
Yeah.
See, another good thing for Febreze. Like,
I do that sometimes too.
See? Like
I do that sometimes.
Anything that's clean that I like. So I'll go for what's least dirty. I'm gonna wear that.
Yeah, I do the same thing sometimes.
I love humans because we constantly create products to like hide our grossness, right? Yeah. So we're like, I don't floss my teeth. You know what? You know what we should do? We should sell individual little flossers so that they just can pull it up, floss quick, and throw it out. And then they say they flossed, but it was only they were using the same small piece of floss for every freaking crevice in their mouth. You know, like it's, and we got deodorant and we got Febreze, we got like fabric refreshers, we got dry shampoo. I wash my hair like once a week. I shave my head. It's short now. I just dry shampoo every day. It's disgusting, but I do it.
I only wash my hair once a week.
Yeah, actually, it's preferred to only wash your hair once a week, just so the natural oils go in your hair.
I'm the type, I'm very naturally oily.
Oh, so am I.
Just ride it. It's fine. Just ride that wave.
I just put my hair up. You can't tell the grease that much. Like
I can't put my hair up.
That's true. I'm just saying for me, I put my hair up. I'm like, don't look too close. Like,
well, I don't have hair at the moment. But
I can just imagine like them inventing like dry shampoo for like bald people.
Like,
yeah, you have no hair. Well, we'll help. Like,
yeah, they probably do that. Like it's like a gimmick thing, you know. Like they have like that Rogaine stuff. Like so they'd be like, oh, like make your head deeper clean or whatever. I don't know, bald people issues or shaved head issues. Whatever, there's issues. I don't know.
Sonia, we're gonna soon get there, okay? Like my hair's thinning out. I'm gonna soon be there.
I just get a perm.
No,
I have very thin hair, and I just get a perm. It helps. That's my.
I'm pretty sure all that chemicals is like thinning your hair even more. No, so I can't speak because like I bleach my hair, so like that's also doing it.
That's mostly a myth. We're using like you can. It's usually because you're
genetics.
Yes, and then there's your hormones, your vitamins, and then when you're like scrubbing your head, you're like, what is those things? Follicles? What are they?
Follicles? Like
you're just Yeah, and you're just like.
You're supposed to dry your hair with a t-shirt, not a towel. Like random shit like that.
Oh, I don't even do that. I just I wring out my hair like when I'm done, and then I let the air.
I feel like we're being insensitive.
My gross habit is my hair comes out in clumps in the shower, and I just put it on the wall.
Oh my god! Do you make art? You want to spell David's name with my hair in the shower?
Yeah, women are gross.
He was so grossed out. He's like, take that off. I'm like, no, I love it.
Women are gross. I hate the myth that women don't poop.
Is that a myth?
Apparently. Yeah. We have like so many episodes about poop.
I like, it's insane how many times poop has been brought up on our podcast. Like,
we just like gross things, Ken. I'm sorry that this was the topic we drew.
Like, this is the one you're on, right? We're like, oh, we're disgusting.
I've been through worse. So this
you're like, oh, it's okay. It's not too bad. I've been through worse.
Just you wait. We just started.
That's the experience you're going to take away from this. I was a guest on Opinionated Luscious. It's okay. I've been through worse.
Okay. Speaking of showers, I feel like the shower is probably the grossest place I am. Because I also just like blow my nose in my hands sometimes and then like run it under the water. Or like
when I have a cold and it's so stuffy, like the steam in that, I'm just like right there. I'm like,
now I know never to use your guys' showers.
It goes down the drain. It's just boogers.
There.
You have children. You know what the worst is when children pick their nose because they don't do it in the shower. They do it out wherever and then they rub it anywhere. You'll look at your wall, you'll be like, what's that smudge?
That's true.
2-year-old booger.
Oh my god, my son had a booger wall. Okay, he literally dedicated a wall in his room where he would and then put it down. I went to his room before we had to paint it, and I was like, ew, what the hell is this? And we had to scrape all these dry boogers before I could paint his wall. Like, it's so gross.
Do you pick your nose? I'm trying to ask questions. I don't know how to ask questions in this episode.
Discreetly, yes, I do.
Every here and there, I do.
Right? It's a human natural
I'm not
thing.
saying you can't pick your nose, okay? I'm not saying that's impossible. Like, because you gotta get those like grossards out. Like, you just like,
but like the hard ones that don't like want to like blow out. Like you have to get them.
Yeah, that's the worst.
They're sharp.
That's the worst. I'm not gonna lie. That is the worst.
Yeah, and you're just like, you gotta get them out. Like,
humans are our bodies are disgusting. Like, just naturally, so it's all natural. It's normal. Everyone, it's normal. It's gross. It's still gross. Like you can say it's gross. Like it's fine. Yeah. But it's just like it's so funny to me how like I remember as a child being nervous about like certain like you couldn't fart in front of anyone. You had to like, always make sure there wasn't stuff in your teeth or something, you didn't want to be embarrassing in some human way. And now as an adult, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Okay. You fart too, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
I do. I do it. I lie, actually. I do it a lot.
I fart all the time. It's worse though when you're like crop dusting somebody. Like that's not cool. Like that's disgusting.
At least let them know first. Like give them warning.
Like you're at the grocery store and the person in front of you is like let one out like a bag. They ate something they shouldn't have, and then you walk through it and you're like, oh my god. Like
you just walk by someone and you go move. You just keep moving, and then they just like smell it. They're like, you're like, I told you so.
Run.
I know. I'll be trying to do a silent one, but then it turns out the silent one usually be the worst one. To be smelling the worst.
Yeah, it's true. We want loud ones, so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Trick. If you are still nervous about someone hearing your farts and you're around them, you got to fart. Lift your butt cheek. If you create space between the cheeks when you fart, it silences the fart. So, like, because the cheeks aren't like. Because that's part of the sound. That's part of the sound. Yeah. So it's like you just spread the cheeks and it'll make it kind of a which you can cover up a lot more easy. You just, you know, or whatever. Like, yeah, great part of the movie. You know, so the stink you can't control, but
I would definitely keep that advice in mind. By the way,
I'm gonna test that theory tomorrow.
I was writing it down. Yeah.
I've woken up in someone's bed, you know, and had to just lift up a cheek. Just lift up a cheek, you know.
And by the way, this is the first time I ever talk about fart on a podcast.
We're about all new experiences. You know?
Yeah, that shows that we're so niche. Like we're filling gaps that exist in the podcast world. Okay.
Oh, you would think a group of women would be the ones talking about farts, though. Like
that's like men can talk about farts as much as they want. It's cool. It's a Tuesday.
Yeah,
like, that's what I like when women talk about stuff. When women just talk, it's gross. You know, like that's
what are you talking for?
Opinions is gross. Okay, like how dare us?
That was a good conversation, by the way. That was a good conversation.
I'm glad you're enjoying this because I always fear we come on too strong.
Oh no,
you come on too strong, but like we're an acquired taste. Like people gotta enjoy us or they don't.
You definitely are. Like, whether you like us or you don't. There's no in between. Like,
yeah, you ain't always I'll listen to y'all show, so I'm a fan of y'all, and the fact that y'all was on my show and y'all had me here. Yeah,
we're so happy to talk about farts and poop with you. It's like,
welcome to the club.
Yeah, like this is like I love having guests sometimes because it kind of mixes things up. I do get nervous because I'm always like, what are the vibes? Yeah. But yeah, like I love that we're able to be open about all of our gross habits because I feel like people that listen to us need these things normalized. We're all disgusting. I pee in the shower.
I can't do that either. You're like, I could do all these things. Like, no, I can't.
I don't shit in the shower.
Well, yeah,
so
no.
There you go. Waffle stomp or whatever they call it. Yeah. Have you heard that term, Ken?
Yeah, I've heard it. Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad I don't have to explain it.
And by the way, I pee the fifth. So, yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about it.
I do pee in the I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I know it's cleaned. I hire someone to do that.
Actually, by the way, pee is sterile. So, like, even if, you know, like...
It stinks.
I didn't say it smelled nice. I said it's sterile. Okay?
Okay, it doesn't smell bad if you're, like, hydrated.
Yeah.
So, it's like...
And not eating a bunch of asparagus.
You want, like, the clear pee.
Yeah.
So, it's like my morning pee stinks a lot, but the rest of the pee throughout the day is, like, fine.
So, like, if you pee in the shower at night, it's better?
Yeah, like I'm not peeing in the shower first thing. I have to have my coffee first.
Yeah. Gotta flush all that out.
There's like a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes me a while.
Well,
but
eventually
I
have to clean the shower. So like all the showers. I have 4 showers. So like I don't want to be the one.
I don't like you right now, okay? I just complained earlier. I only have 1 freaking shower.
Sorry.
I'm bragging. I got like 4 showers. I'm like, I have 1 shower and I have to fight with like 3 males. Okay, this is not cool.
I only have 3 showers and 1's a bathtub.
So, I still hate you. Still hate you.
I think it would be fine. Like, I have no problem cleaning my pee. Well, I guess that's with all gross things. Like, I have no problem cleaning my gross shit, but I don't want to clean your gross shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind cleaning my pee bath, but I don't want to clean your pee bath.
Like it's a whole bath of pee?
I don't know.
It went from peeing in the shower to bathing in it. Like that's where
I don't have time to bathe like in a bath with like, you know, nice stuff. I only shower, but I'm just saying, you know. I don't mind cleaning my piss. I hate when I have to clean other people's piss.
I just don't think about it. I have my own shower. And then when I go clean other people's showers, I just don't think about it. I'm like, just quickly scrub and get the hell out of here. That's it. Like, I'll just go on. Because then I'll just vomit and then I have to clean that up.
I used to clean at a hospital, so nothing really like grosses me out anymore.
I still grossed out. I have too many kids and I'm still grossed out. I'm pretty sure my kids are more gross than people in the hospital. It's not.
Yeah.
Ugh. But now I help people shower. Like that's part of my job. And then I wash their shower right away. Like every time I shower. So every day I give them a shower. Every day I'm washing their shower. So in vinegar. So it's all disinfected. So the cleanest place I feel is in my client's bathroom. I'm disinfecting them every day.
I hate cleaning. That's my gross habit. Yeah. I hate cleaning.
I clean more at work because I get paid for it.
Yes.
Like it's a very good motivator, being able to buy groceries.
Trying to think of other gross habits I have.
Oh, I have a super gross one. Super, super gross one. Whenever I get a really bad sunburn, I like peel and I'll like take off the gross skin and then put it on Kyle's pillow.
Okay, that's gross. Okay, I was like, I love the peel. And then you're like, and then I place it on Kyle's pillow. And I was like, what? Because
he's gross all the time. Everything he does is gross. I'm like, stop it, you're gross. And I'm only gross like once every 4 years, okay? So I have to like be intense about it. And then he's like, you're disgusting. I hate it. I hate you. And we're still married, so.
So you're not too gross, at least. You know.
Well, I tell him I did it. It's not like it's secret.
Oh, you should do it 1 year secret, and then he'll be like, "What? You'd usually tell me," and you're like, "Ha ha ha."
The evil dude. That's my evil origin story. Just like I changed my mind about telling him when I'm being mean.
Yeah, you gave him so much warning to like always check his pillow.
I feel like that's a terrible way to live your life. Like, always need to check your like stuff to make sure it's not disgusting. It's like, oh, what are you doing to me today? Torment.
Yeah, a little bit of emotional abuse just from your dead skin.
Yeah, like I always laugh like what is that guy with the guy Austin Powers? That's it. Where like there's like the gross guy, and he's like, I saved myself for myself. You know, where he puts his like skin in a tin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that, but I always joke that I will.
I keep my kids' teeth. I have his teeth right here, actually.
You have like you just easy access.
Well, okay, these are just my kid, he's 13 now. He still has like 14 baby teeth. Okay.
So you're like collecting them?
His adult teeth are starting to grow in. His baby teeth aren't falling out. So in 2 months, he lost, hold on, these are the only ones that were pulled. He has another dentist appointment for pull. Okay, 2.
You're just counting them. I have them.
He lost 6 teeth in 2 months.
He's making bank. That tooth fairy's like, what?
Well, I told, he's a little old for that. I really tried. I told him the tooth fairy is actually giving me the money straight up because she's too busy and doesn't like, she can't keep watch on him. So I'm just giving him the money, but I told him $20 a tooth that we don't have to get pulled. Because that's so much cheaper than getting it pulled.
You're saving money.
Yeah, exactly. So I've just been. So he made $80 in teeth.
That's great. That's a good way to get some cash. The tooth fairy.
That's what he was doing this whole time. It was like a mind game. He's like keeping his teeth in his mouth so that he could just deposit them all at once.
It's like the big bank, like Ocean's 11, but it's Ocean's Teeth.
Yeah. Ocean's Teeth. I like that.
Tooth Fairy these days give away too much cash. Back in my day, it was a quarter.
Inflation.
I don't know, but when I was doing Nicholas's, it was like a toonie a tooth, and now it's like what, $20 a tooth? I'm like, I can't afford
$5. Yeah.
Did you get Tooth Fairy, Ken?
Yeah, all I used to get was like a quarter, 50 cents.
Yeah,
I didn't get much.
You're growing up the wrong generation. That's
damn it. Well, I mean, my dad was the every other weekend dad, right? So if I lost my tooth at his house, I would get something cool like walkie-talkies. I never know how he got it under my pillow. I guess I was just a deep sleeper as a kid. But I'd wake up to like shit like walkie-talkies under my pillow. I'd be like, oh my God, like whole ass toy under my pillow. I didn't even notice. But not at my mom's, I got like a quarter.
Yeah, usually what happens. Yeah, the weekend parents.
Walkie-talkie, that's a good gift, actually.
Yeah.
I
My
would
kids
save
are
my
ungrateful.
teeth until like you go to your dad's and be like, put them on and be like, oh, Dad, look, like.
I wasn't that smart.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Oh, I got my kids walkie-talkies because they like when they play games together, they would just yell from their rooms on different floors. So I got them walkie-talkies, and they were like, I love walkie-talkies. I always thought they were cool, and they just like never use them.
So they still yelled between rooms, like
yes. My kids' grossest habit is that they don't listen. Like that's
a pretty gross habit. Yeah.
It's just not listening. Not being heard is a frustrating thing. So I would say if you're not listening to someone, you're gross.
Yeah.
Well, that's like I mean, not bringing it from you and your kids to like relationships, but that's always like what they say in like relationships. It's like when you start to feel the ick, it's like communication might not be the issue. It might just be like the receiving end of that like you're not being heard, so now you're getting icky vibes. Like, you know, it's about the receiving and making sure you're hearing your partner, not just communicating healthy. That's a gross habit.
Yeah, and well, like. Because, like, they can be listening, but are they hearing? You know? Like,
communication is like a full, like, if you take any sort of media course or even any, like, psychology course about communication and stuff like that, they always show you, like, the chart of communication, which starts with, like, what's being said and how's it being heard, and then the reaction to that, and then it repeats. And then your reaction becomes, like, what is being said, what is being heard, and that's like a conversation. It's like the methodical right of a conversation. It's like, and if what's being heard is not being heard or wrong, then the reaction never meets up to that expectation, and it gives you the ick.
Yeah. Married life is just like, oh my God.
That's why we have to go to counseling every couple months just to make sure.
just to refresh the communication.
Are you hearing me? Listen.
I just like whenever I tell Kyle something, we'll like have a conversation, but then as soon as the conversation's done, like it's poof, it was gone.
Yeah, gone.
It's gone. I'm like, you need to write this stuff down. He's like, no, I don't. I'll remember. Like 20 years, you haven't remembered anything.
Well, my husband's the same way. Like, I'll tell him something like, "Oh, I have a girls' weekend with like you guys." He'll be like, "You didn't tell me that." I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" I'm like, "I got text proof. I got messages. I will tell you what we were doing the day I told you I was doing this." Like, and then he'll be like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I guess you did told me." I'm like, "Yeah, I did.
I did.
I have to remember what I'm doing when I'm telling him things, so I can like go back and be like, "Okay, this is what we did when I told you," and he'll be like, "Oh yeah."
He needs like a reminder of the day, like a play-by-play.
Yeah, I have to do significant things so he'll remember and be like, "Okay, so I told you this day when the dog like got out free or something like random." I'll just be like, "That day? Yeah, that's when I told you." He'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, well, we have Ken here for the male perspective. How do you feel about hearing and listening in conversations with your partners?
That's a good question. But at the moment, I can't answer that because I am a single man right now. So I can't
Oh, you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Everyone. Yeah, well, it's just like, not even just like in relationships, but in all areas. It's like I never understand whether they're being malicious or whether they're generally like not listening or not hearing.
Yeah.
I feel like part of it is just how they were brought up, socialized. I don't know how you were brought up, but I know just statistically, like men are brought up with like less responsibility at a later age than like girls are. Like girls help with chores while the boys would be able to, you know, that kind of thing. And so it's like, I always wonder if like that maybe just inhibits their ability at like, you know, when girls are more mature, it's like, we're not more mature. We were just socialized that way.
Yeah. You were given responsibility more earlier in life, right?
Exactly.
That could definitely be a part of it because when you're younger, your brain is learning to do things better. So since females are learning these things at a younger age, they just are better at it. Is that, you know? So when men finally have to learn how to listen, they're in their adult years and their brain connections are not as strong as they used to be.
It just takes longer. It doesn't mean they can't learn it. It just
That's
means they have to work at it.
Just old dog, new tricks, right? You just gotta work. Give them little biscuits. It'll be fine.
but to answer the question, I do think us guys, we do listen. Sometimes we pretend not to listen until the right moment, and then all along we really does listen all along.
Yeah, I tune out all the time. Like that's what like people are talking to me, like my kids or my husband. I am guilty of that too, and I have like perfected the response.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, like I've just been doing it so much I don't even have to be part of the conversation anymore. Like I'm off in like my crayon factory, whatever's going on in my brain, and then just
I have this bad habit of like when I'm talking to people, I'll listen for key words. When they say a name or they say something very specific, that's when I'll leech onto that and just ask them about like that specific thing and then let them talk for a while longer and then hear something other specific. And it really makes them think I'm listening to the entire conversation, but I'm not. I'm just getting those snippets that I'm using to keep the conversation going. It's little tricks. We all zone out, I feel like.
Lazy active listening. That's what that is. Although I feel like that's a good skill. Like it took a lot of hard work to learn that skill. So like since you put the work in already, you deserve to have that skill.
You'd be burnt out if you listened and understood and comprehended every single word every person that talked to you said during the day, or at least I would. I mean, I'm speaking from my point of view, but yeah.
I agree with you, Jessica. I definitely look out for key facts because I know if I listen to everything, I will be burnt out. So I definitely agree with you.
Yeah. When I have to engage, like at work, I've always had jobs where I've had to be engaging the whole time. I can never zone out. And like, even just like a short shift, like 4 hours, I'm emotionally drained. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'll come home and Kyle's like, are you okay? Like I'll be like ignoring him. He'll talk to me and I'll zone out and he'll be like, okay, you're not ready for a conversation right now. I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Just so mentally drained right now. Like it's, it happens. It's to zone out.
Like, I mean, I used to be a supervising leader for like a day camp, but like it was all like impoverished children. Like they lived in like, it was a donation based day camp. And so a lot of these kids had like issues and needed one-on-one support. And so like I just remember going to work for 8 hours with all these children and like going home and just crying because I just could not talk to anyone. Like my now husband, like during that time, I was like, I can't talk to you. Like I just can't because I need to fucking forget I'm human for a minute, you know?
Need to recharge, right?
I need to just, like I wish I was a robot because then I could see the bar and know the warning and be like, oh, I'm at 20%. I probably should plug it in. But no, it's when I'm like completely depleted that I'm like, oh my God, leave me the fuck alone.
You're like, I just can't. I just
can't.
It's a gross habit, talking to people.
Yeah.
Just communication in general is disgusting.
Well, it's like communicating with people and you don't know their communication habits or style or just whether or not they can. That's annoying. Just like, and I'm talking about like people with certain political views, and so you don't want to say the wrong thing and start an argument.
Yeah, working with like older generations, there's a lot of views I don't agree with because the different generations, their tolerance was different, right? It was not all older generation people. Some of them were the older generations that were fighting for more rights.
There was abolitionists and separationists in every generation.
Yeah. And, but you're just like, they use like terminology you wouldn't even think about using now, like not to be malicious. That's just part of their vocabulary. And like, it takes everything inside of you not to be like, we don't do that. But like, you're not their mom, right? You can't. Yeah, it's it. But
especially when they're a client you're getting paid to take care of. Like you, like, I mean, at least on my perspective, I say shit to my in-laws all the time. So anytime they say some shit, I'm like, no.
That's not right.
That's not right.
No, I don't say anything to my in-laws because I've already said too much things, and no, it's crazy. Like, Ken, you don't know this, but my husband's family doesn't like me very much because I say things like, "Don't be racist," you know. So like, they're just like, "You're mouthy," so they don't like me.
But don't be racist. That makes you mouthy.
Yeah. So I just don't say anything. Like they think I'm, what's the word? What is it when a know-it-all kind of thing, right? When
I got called a know-it-all too. So like, I don't know that's.
I don't know how that's an insult though.
Right. Okay. What's your point?
I only talk about things I know about. I won't like, if you bring up cars, I'm not going to be passionate about it because I don't know it.
Yeah.
So like, it's like human rights is like something I've been like very passionate about since I was like 12 years old. Like it's the only thing I know. Politics and human rights. That's it. Nothing else. I'd like to know more about dinosaurs, but I can't. There's not enough information room in there.
Humans are gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had the same issue with my in-laws. Just like they don't even realize when they make like certain microaggressions. And then I always have to like bring it up, like, "Hey, have you thought about this?" And then they'll be like, "Why do you always sound so condescending?"
Right.
And
I'm just trying to educate.
Yeah,
and then I'll always make the world a better place.
And I'll always be like, "Okay, first off, like I have a degree in sociology. Like I studied these things, these theories and these ideas. I studied it. Okay, so like to the point where they gave me a piece of paper letting me know I studied it, and I paid way too much money, like tens of thousands of dollars. And then they'll be like, "So we're older." We lived it. It's like, okay. Yeah,
that's like me and Kyle joke about this all the time because I have more wisdom than he does, and he has more intelligence. So like, there's a difference. Like wisdom is experience. Yeah. So common sense, street smarts. He's book smart. I'm street smart. So like it's like it's different types, right? But usually when someone's like, "Oh, I'm older," is not a good enough reason. Like I want to know your background. I want to know your experiences. Then, if you were saying that's not how the world's working, tell me your personal experiences, because like. Maybe what I've read or what I've experienced has been different, and maybe I need to explore other avenues. But like, if you're saying just because I'm older, like that's not good enough for me.
Yeah,
it's really not, because my mother-in-law was, I mean, she was a child, so it wasn't her fault, but she is white and she lived during the apartheid in Africa and stuff. So she was pretty, I'm like, maybe you should like read a book. And then she'll be like, "That's condescending. Don't tell me to read." And I'm like, okay, like, what do you want me to do? I hate people are gross.
People are gross.
I don't know how else to like, just the idea of like, what's gross, I guess, is the question.
Your own personal, like your own ideas, right? Like you're like, "It's cool to pee in the shower." I'm like, "That's disgusting." So like that depends on your individual things, right?
Like she can't get over the peeing in the shower thing. She's like, "Oh my god,
I'm like a little bit of a germy person. Though.
Okay, Okay, Dawn, do you pee in the shower? Because I don't think you answered.
I have, yeah. Well, no, yeah, like I have.
She has. Do you currently pee in the shower?
I don't remember the very last time I peed in the shower. No,
Okay.
no, not on the daily. Like, I think I've done it a couple of times when I was sick or drunk or, you know, like, I didn't have the mobility of hopping out or the motivation to hop out and go to the toilet and come back, you know? Didn't want to get cold.
It's all the same pipes. Like, what does it matter?
It is. Okay, do you know the grossest thing I've done in the shower? No, I didn't poop. But
Okay, I'm not getting urine on my toes because I'm practicing peeing like I have a wiener. Obviously, I'm trying to aim. Okay.
So the grossest thing I've done in the shower, though, is, and it's both times I was with David in the shower, I've puked on him twice.
You can't, like, puking is something you can't help, okay? Like,
but I did it on a person. Like it wasn't in the shower.
Person.
But I did it on a person.
You know, whatever's there. Like, I feel like vomiting is like a hiccup. You have no control.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yeah,
okay.
That's true.
No, Ken, it's not true because when I had a hiccup and a little vomit came out in Las Vegas, you know who was there to help me? Not Sonia. No, it was too gross. It was too gross, Sonia. So much for it being a hiccup because it literally was, and you were like, no, I
tried so hard.
Okay, I cleaned it up. I cleaned it up with the shirt I won, dancing my ass off, which is probably why I threw up. But I'm just saying, Sonia, point null and mute, or whatever the moot, whatever the
I
saying
can still be grossed out.
She did. She like turned her face and everything, and I was just sitting there like,
yeah, she was watching.
Yeah, no one helped me. Thor helped a little bit. He was just like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Oh, it's fine."
And then the person that was sitting at the table with us kept talking.
In the middle of it, he's fine.
These ones are gross. Okay, Ken, do you have any other gross habits that we haven't talked about? Because we've talked about, I pretty much divulged every gross thing I do here.
I got a thing, but y'all mentioned some of the stuff that was gross that I do like the far end and the.
No, that's gross, right?
And pee in the shower every near. And
no, see, you can't. See, I'm not alone on that, so that's good.
I pee.
But I can't think of nothing else. But
No.
y'all pretty much named a lot of
The
stuff.
word disgusting is what Ken is telling us.
I know one. I have one more left. I have one more. Every time I cut myself, I will put the cut in my mouth.
Okay, I can't do that.
Yeah,
I can't take
I
blood
do.
in my
I
mouth.
do.
No, I can't do that either.
I have to automatically.
A lot of people do that though. They'll be like, "I clean it up,"
because it tastes like penny. Like
oh,
it
yeah,
tastes
the metal, like,
the metallic
the
taste.
iron. Yeah, and I can't do that.
Mm.
Oh, speaking of smelling bad, I can't do semen. Like it smells gross.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, no.
But when there's no sperm, it doesn't smell bad. At least for me. I mean, Kyle's disgusting in everything he does. So I
know. I always complain. You're like, why are you married to this man? No, I love him. But
he lets you bring home dogs.
He lets me bring home dogs. Like,
And
seriously,
chickens.
What other man on this planet will let me have 6 dogs?
And chickens.
You'd like divorce me. Yeah, chickens. I have cats, but like chickens live outside. My gross habit is I have chickens too. They live inside sometimes, but like it's no man will stay with me. So like I gotta keep him. He's like,
you know what? No, I do got one. Got one. Oh, when I was a kid, I used to eat pennies.
Like swallow them?
Yeah.
Like straight up just eat them? Okay, I can understand sucking on them, but did you have any health issues from that?
Did you get like you got lucky?
Shockingly, no. I know next day I know when I went to the bathroom it came out. So
that's good.
You get lucky. You're like, hey buddy.
Bye.
But But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that now. No, I wouldn't do that now. But as a kid, I need to do that a lot as a kid.
That's crazy. I know. Well, like, I mean, it's gross. So good job. But I mean, I know. Like, I used to suck on metals as a kid because of like the taste. I never full on swallowed them, but there is an episode of Family Guy where Peter swallows a bunch of quarters and then shakes his belly. So that's all I imagined was of like a bunch of coins, like Scrooge McDuck, diving in your stomach of pennies.
But for kids being gross, though, all kids are gross all the time. But I feel like that doesn't count because you're learning how to be a person. So like when kids are gross, they're all disgusting. But it doesn't count on the grossometer because they don't know better. Like it's like unless you're like 20 eating coins, then like maybe it's gross. But if you're like just a little kid, well, it's like gross in a way where you can get sick. But like
there's like an age, like for everything, it's like as you get to a certain age, it starts to get grosser and grosser. And there's always like mitigating factors you can add in, which can increase that age. Like my daughter's, for example, autistic, and she's still in diapers, and she's 5. That, but because she's autistic, it brings it back down. So it won't be, until she's like older, then I might be like,
not if she can't. Then like, there's always like different reasons.
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. It like brings the age, it like changes it, whether it's gross based on age, what it is, and mitigating circumstances.
And your own personal beliefs. Like, because I think everything's gross. Like that's just my brain's broken. Everything's gross. So like, but like other people don't think things are gross. Like I have a family member that will do that like snot thing on the sidewalk, like the farmer, like blow, and that's cool. They don't think that's gross. So I think it all depends on like your own personal views too.
That's true. So those are the 4 things that determine whether what you're doing is gross. Okay. Okay. So is that it for gross stuff? Did we gross everyone out enough?
Yeah. I had one gross thing that people do. They'll pick their teeth and then eat what they picked out.
Oh, I do that.
Dude, you're fucking disgusting, Jessica.
I don't eat my fucking fingernails.
Yeah,
so what's the difference?
It's gross when you suck your own blood. Like,
yeah, no, everything to me is gross, so it's not.
Don't ever touch me again. I'm disgusing.
That's right.
I will infect you.
I go to your house. I'm wearing a hazmat suit.
Okay. At least I have a cleaner. She comes because it's too much house.
She's not cleaning you. It's like she's not like bathing you. I'll come and bathe you.
You can bathe me. That's your job. Right. Thank you. Yeah.
Bend over, Jessica. I got to clean your ass. Let's go.
I am so sorry, Ken, that this was the episode that you got.
There's so many more better
topics. It cursed us.
It's all right. It's all right. Like I said earlier, I've been through worse.
That's gonna be like, I was on this episode, guys.
We should put that on a shirt. I've been through worse. Ken, aka
do you want to know what is worse than this? Like, because I want to be antsy now.
Listen to Panini Luscious. You've been through worse. And I'll be like, quote, like, when people do quotes, I'll be like, Ken.
Yeah. that would be a funny title for this episode.
That's right.
That's exactly what I was thinking was awesome. Well, Ken, we want to give you this opportunity to not be gross and plug in all your anything you have to plug.
MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays and every Thursdays. A new season starts this Sunday. Well, I don't know when this episode dropping, but new season dropping this Sunday, September 3rd at 12 p.m. Y'all can add me on social media, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, or my main page, Ken_MrGentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _Mr. MR Gentleman, GentleMan. Also, check out the website, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. Y'all can watch every episode, check every guest appearances. Y'all can check out y'all guest appearances. Y'all's on there too.
Yeah, we are.
Y'all can check out every guest that I've been on, and y'all can buy merch. I do got merch. at tpublic.com, or you can buy it through the website. And yes, also my article that I've done 4 articles. Yeah, I can check out all that.
That's great. Yeah.
That's amazing. We do have your link tree scrolling below for our YouTube audience. We will also have all of his links in the description wherever you're listening to our podcast. And I'd just like to thank you again, Ken, for listening to us be disgusting.
You ain't know. Yeah, y'all know. I always look to y'all show. Y'all should have me back because I feel like we still got a lot more to talk about.
We have so much. Yeah.
Wait, we didn't scare him off. Okay, because
no, I'm still here. I'm still here. And of course, I'll bring it back to my show as well. And also check out my show with y'all was on too.
Yeah, I will put the link below to our guest spot on your show so people can listen to it. We talked a little bit more serious in that one about like mental health and stuff. Yeah, so
very organized. And done so nice.
So thank you everyone for listening. I just want to put out, I know we were talking about a board game podcast that we are coming out with that's been put on hold for just a little bit, but we will come out with that eventually. So keep an eye out. Books and Booze season 2 will be back out. So keep an eye out for that, as well as opinionatedlushes.com is now live, where we have a virtual drinking game. Virtual drinking game available for you to play for free. So share that with your friends. Is there anything I'm missing?
I think that's great. You're like, I'm so good at remembering things. I'm like, just Google it.
Yeah, and then check out our Patreon. We have so much bonus content on there. So check us out, and you get early exclusives, as well as get ready for October, where we plan on having guests and doing our annual Halloween movie review. And can we announce our live stream, Sonia?
Sure.
Yeah, we can announce it. Okay. December 2nd, keep that Saturday free because we are doing our annual Christmas charity live stream event. We will give more information as that comes out, but December 2nd, save the date. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Perfect.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, y'all gotta bring me back because we still got to more mental health. We still got to a lot more serious stuff.
I know. There's so many other topics that are more like real topics, and this is the one. This is the first time we use the wheel, and that's it.
That's what you get. It's a risk coming on our show. Okay, you're taking a risk. I really
did. And I enjoyed it, so I'll come back. Bring me back, and we can do this again.
Of course. So thank you so much again. Check out Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, in all the descriptions, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Have a good night, y'all.